Welcome on in there, YouTube. Welcome to the stream. This is here, the beginning of Stormblood. It had to happen eventually. And I figured, why not now? I could have jumped back into 16, but there's just something about 14 that keeps bringing me back in. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the $15 a month. Nah, couldn't be. So, yes, here we are at the start of a brand new expansion. By brand new, I mean it's pretty old now, but it's new for this series, and so we're gonna be diving in and having a good grand old time, hopefully. I did not like Stormblood my first time through, so that's the question. The question for this series is, did my initial reaction to Stormblood, was it overblown? Is it as bad as I remember it? Is Stormblood better than I thought? We'll find out together. Let's jump in. Oh, and I Alt-Tab to get into the game, and instead it just puts me over here. Alright. Let's go. Shinryu and Omega are lost. The Eorzean Alliance is planning to invade.
The question is, how will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal?
That is the question.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Forgive me. Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Alphino, a message from the Alliance.
It's about time. Pray summon the others at once.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if we want Tatar was summoning anything. Her time as an Arcanist did not prove very fruitful.
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
Okay.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly. And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
As expected.
Yeah.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea. To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Right. It is.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lise. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
It's important, I guess.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, Lise's, given her personal connection to the Resistance.
Oh boy.
Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo?
Me.
Assuming you are willing, of course.
She's suddenly not willing.
Of course I am. You know I'd like nothing more.
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Well, that covers the talking part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
But you're the punchy one. Dot, dot, dot.
Look, I know I've kept things from you, and I'm sorry, I really
That's
am.
not why.
But that's all over now, I swear, and it'd mean a lot to me, having you at my side.
I mean, I guess we gotta do it.
I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Sure.
Good point. Allow me to offer my services as well.
Yeah.
I have spent quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming. But we will need someone to keep an eye on things.
Tataru.
I trust you have no objections?
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands, and there keep watch for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
Wearing a hood with those ears has to be just like
As
really
capable as my
uncomfortable.
learned friend undoubtedly is, there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
You're gonna
It is
look.
settled then. Let us each see to our preparations.
You don't trust him. Let's keep an eye on him. All right.
Ready, my friend?
Oh, okay. I was expecting another, like, no voice.
Well then. Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Girabania?
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamegan resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good. 'Tis but a pity it must be now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary.
No, we're from the source, not the first.
Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will never forget. This I solemnly swear.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's toll stands as a testament to that. I am sure your people will manage in your absence.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has come for Kozetsu and I to return to our master, to our home.
I know how you feel. It's time I went home too.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. Let all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Heck yeah, dude.
Take care, you hear me? When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate together. Just you wait.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
This is very good so far. So far, the setup is working just fine. We'll see how long it takes for me to get irritated. I doubt it's going to take very long. We'll find out. We'll find out together. 1,000 moms apart, yet united in purpose. Let us pray both our endeavors meet with success, shall we then? Wait, not just yet. I knew I'd forgotten something important. Lise, could you come with me? Ah. Me? What now? All right. Then if you insist. Love these segments. Nice upgrade. Don't know if we needed that, but okay, sure. What do you think? As you can see, I designed it to be light and loose. An outfit tailor-made for the needs of a skilled fighter like Lise. Your work never ceases to impress. Much more of this, and I may have to stop introducing you as the Scion's receptionist and start referring to you as our permanent seamstress. It's lovely, Tataru. Thank you. I feel like I could take on a legion. I'm glad you like it. And with that, I'll delay you no longer. Safe travels. Then onward to Girabanya. Our first stop will be the, oh boy. I don't remember how to pronounce this anymore. Amirasai's spine in the East Shroud. All right. We're still like just in that calm before the storm moment. The storm blood, if you will. The calm blood before the storm blood. I'm going to keep workshopping that. We'll figure it out. Oh, right here. The fringes. Whoop. It's the map. I guess it makes sense they really want to make sure to kind of drive home the locations of all these things, because then this expansion takes place over such a large area.
Crossing the border, standing in Girabania once more. Me and my fellow Scions, the warrior of light among us.
Among us?
Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other.
The Iron Curtain.
Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning.
Oh, is that where Rolger punched through the mountain?
That could only be bought with flames and blood.
That's why the thing is called Flame Blood. Name of the expansion. No, right, Stormblood. Yeah. Don't know how I forgot that. Honestly, a very cool effect. Ba-da-da. As is tradition, stand on the table. Greetings, Scions. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, I welcome you to the Castrum audience. Sure. Thank you, General. We were relieved to hear that your forces secured the wall without incident. The Imperials made many attempts, to retake the castrum since then? None. Save for a few skirmishes. Oh. Okay, I don't know how I read the word and still somehow couldn't figure out where it begun and stopped. Save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and their patrols, we've hardly had contact with them. But we all know there's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Baelsa's wall wasn't enough, Ilberd summoned a primal right on their doorstep. And Garlemald is not like to let such shows of defiance go unanswered. 'Twas a sorry. 'Twas a declaration of war, even if it was not Ilberd's to make. And now we are bound by it, for weal or woe. The Scions stand ready to serve, General. What would you ask of us? As stated in my message, the Alliance will not proceed without the support of the and cooperation of the Alamegan people. We will have you serve as our emissaries and make contact with the Resistance. Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. Then I'll leave it to you. Godspeed. Ha! Of all this, of all the Castra and all the world, you walk into mine. Master Garland, what brings you here? A certain missing Allagan weapon and draconic primal. Omega and Shinryu, I think the Shinobi called it. Anyway, we've been studying their trail of destruction, hoping it might lead us somewhere. Which has singularly failed to do. Then 'tis like Omega fell to Earth in occupied territory. Okay, I think the sentence for some reason is breaking my brain as I'm looking at it, but it's actually not that complicated. Then 'tis like Omega fell to Earth in occupied territory, meaning it may already be in Imperial hands. Even so, it bears repeating that we engage the stasis systems, assuming the command was received and executed successfully. The weapon will be of no use to them, assuming. We should hurry up and find it regardless. A lot of gravelly men in this. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. If we want to press on Giribania, we'll need their blessing. Everyone's counting on us. Let's not waste any more time talking. Let's say waste time talking, and then they showed Alphino. Oh, that's right. No more flying. No more flying for us. We are ground bound for quite a long ways. Oh, that Ent is after us. This Ent will also be after us. Ow. It's odd that we get that combat theme out here. I don't know. Maybe it's a fusion thing. I don't know what's going on. This expansion and its music, though. Definitely not my favorite for the music, that's for sure. I don't see any soldiers. Good, let's cross. You're wondering about the tower to the south? It's part of Castrum Veladina. That's where the Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. I called a great big eyesore, honestly. You can't, you can see that broken, rotten banner from absolutely malms. Sorry, whoa, almost earthed a little bit there. My apologies. From malms away. They never miss a chance to rubbing our noses into it, do they? Come on, we should keep moving. Oh yes, directly this way. I guess I could have looked at the mini-map, that's alright. I'm used to getting more of the my orientation from the map rather than in the mini. A little bit easier to see. The other thing too, I think part of it is that, like, certainly I don't find this zone to be very, like, attractive. It's like, we're fighting for this scrap of dirt. Like, I don't know, man. But hey. When the scrap of dirt's your home, it's worth fighting for. To that end, I gotta get it. Ah, crud. I was hoping I could just, like, scoot around that thing. Weird ostrich. Big bird. Try to get this, Aether Current. Since we're here. The mana cutter as a mount is just, like, really bad when it's on the ground. Makes very little sense. Just generally is pretty meh. It's kind of cool though when you first get it. Zoom out a little bit. Oh yeah. I have been not taking advantage of the holiday to sleep at all. My vacation has been spent pretty much awake the entire time, so who knows? Maybe I catch a rift track when I'm done here. We're here. On the other side of the pass is Rorga's Reach. So you say, but all I see are rocks. I presume there is some sort of trick to this. Indeed, a glamour. Good eye, Ashtola. I take it they have talented mage in their ranks, or mayhap an artificer trained in the modification of glamour prisms. Something like that. The important thing is it fools the Garleans. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Nataru told you, but my friend Nargo, the messenger who came to the Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. So they know us, and they shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they can be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way, and don't go reaching for your weapons or anything. Me reach for weapons? And with a sparkle of disappearing dust. All is light bear. Demasking, I think it was, but still, I don't know. I said a word, it kind of fits, like, roll with it. Is it this way? Ah, yes. Ralger's Reach.
I remember the old stories, how the Breaker of Worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow. Ralger's Reach, a holy place and a fitting home for the Resistance, for the brave and the true, the loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo. They were waiting for us there. Men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost. For what could be ours again.
Sea to shining sea. Oh boy. Enough to drive you nuts, let me tell you. At least we can mount up in here, that's for sure. There's minis here, aren't there? Yep, there's one. I remember using these when I was doing a whole bunch of custom deliveries with my other character. This was one of the ones I found to be very easy to do, so I did this one a lot. The bee's knees, though. Not the bee's knees. The beehive? The beehive was probably the easiest. Farmed that one for days. Yep. The mini's right here. I will say, like, this does look pretty good. Like, the water is, like, actually pretty decent. I do think you can kind of track, like, how water looks in video games over time and just get a really good idea of, like, what graphics were really like at that time period. Because that's, like, the most important thing, I think, is the, like, how good does the water look? It's, like, one of the best tells. Because it ain't easy.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Ralger's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalimo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Papalimo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
So many people today try to sell me stuff.
A few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. when Monago told us what had happened. How the bastard had made...
Oops.
That is why we are here today, sir. To see that some good comes of this tragedy.
Okay.
On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that.
I like how we don't bother listening to the terms. I like to think that we just literally just black out during it.
So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Yeah.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
Like, it sucks that you're not getting full cooperation, but, like, material aid is still very good. And quite needed. So. So, it would seem we find ourselves at the surfeit of free time. Ah, forgive me. You are free to look around Rhalgr's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Kemp. I believe we will do just that. The old Tour the City quest. I love MMOs. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance's capabilities. Free to poke our noses wherever we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Well, I already know this place inside and out, and I can show you around if you like. Sure. Great, let's get started. Yeah, I think all told between the two streams today, we've had 3 people who need to get banned. It's kind of nuts. All this buy followers, brr, buy views, brr, bruh. Bruh. Why on earth would I want to do that? Let's go tag the 8th right. Alrighty. And there we go. Go see what Lise wanted to show us. Kind of funny if she actually brings us back over the 8th right later on, and I just kind of went out of my way for no reason. Just was really inefficient with my time. I don't know if we get there, but I kind of want to try to get to the first dungeon at the very least tonight. I want to do this for a couple of hours and then do something else. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The Breaker of Worlds who guided our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Ada used to tell me the story on stormy nights. She wanted me to understand. To remember. At the end of the 5th Astral Era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across Eorzea beseeched the heavens for a sign. And lo, a burning star appeared at the eastern sky and led the way to these mountains of Girabania. They who were saved by his grace pledge to honor and revere him. To devote themselves to great works without and within. A storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open, heavens weep. For no one soul doth in beyond the measure of his reach. That last part is what's inscribed on the stone of the by a monk of the Fist of Relga. Ida explained it to me. A day will come, bringing strife and sorrow from, that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the mind and body. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally on us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that's led us to this point, will see us through to the end. Ah, sorry. That's a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. I think it's just really hard, I think. Lise doesn't really feel like she has an actual character. And I think that's like part of the whole thing, right? She's supposed to be trying to find herself in part in all of this. But I don't know. Again, maybe that's just the point, right? But it's difficult to really connect with the audience when your whole character is, I don't really know who I am. Maybe if I ever went through a period of my life where I was just really unsure of who I was as a person, then maybe I'd be able to connect with it better. Maybe it's a deficiency in me, more so the writing and the character, but I don't know. Sure enough, she does bring you over here. I should have trusted the devs. It's the mantra, trust the writers, trust the writers. Always me sitting here not trusting the writers. I've been hurt too many times by stories. Oh, yeah, pick one? Alright. Scouting, striking. I mean, these are helmets, though, so, like, it's kind of whatever. I know we get, caches in this expansion. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants. They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they would be lucky to escape with their lives. 'Tis a gamble, aye. And I admire their courage, but their motives could hardly be so, be said to be idealistic. Ah, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. We finished discussing your proposal, and we are ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent one to fetch Y'shtola in Kryl, so if you'd like to follow me... Certainly difficult for me to find unique voices for all these ladies.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach.
Yeah.
Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree. But it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
We'll be bringing in some trained professionals as well, so that's very useful.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you, lot. Monargo and Mefrid will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
Oh, yeah. We shall see about that. We shall see about that indeed. Well. I don't know. Let's take the aiming. Why not? I don't know if I'm going to be doing any aiming on this character, but I don't know. Just grabbing stuff at this point. Gotta get a reward. Talk to Monago. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions for patching me back up. After I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life, and I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good. Me claiming my duties here, couldn't wait. But a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. And thank you. Now to business. Commander Kemps. Conrad. Ooh. Weird liberation army if we're starting to go that way. Commander Kemps entrusted me with a formal reply and to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort. 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall, swiftly and without attracting any attention. Very well. I shall join you in this. General Aldin's commands the forces at Castramon Oriens. It should be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great, just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading out the Reach. That's perfectly good, but we have another. At the risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we'd met again we'd meet again here, of all places. Though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, you see... No, 'twas a lifetime ago. There's no need to apologize. But know that down in Quarrymill, we didn't forget about you, nor the lives you saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamego while the Griffin was recovering. While Galen was recovering. Gundobald was my former commander, an old friend, and I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Alamego, and some went to Uldar for work. But as you can see, I chose to come back to Girabania and join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east into the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Alagana. Alagana? If you're going there, you're taking me with you. Ah, that's right. You're from Alagana, aren't you, Lise? By all means, we'd welcome the company. There'll be more than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Making preparations and meeting by the tunnel to the peaks. Let's do Minago first. Feel like we need to get this message through as quickly as possible. So we shall do that. Friend of a friend in need. A familiar face forgotten. That must be... Yeah, that's gotta be Lise and... I just forgot his name again. I know we were reintroduced after such a long period of time, but it's alright, we'll do this. And then we'll come back to the reach after. It's a shame what happens at this place when the Covenant finally arrive later on. That has the potential to confuse a lot of people. My favorite thing to do on stream. So yeah, once again, I'd say right now, like at this point in time, I'm pretty happy with the flow of the expansion so far. I don't feel like I'm completely drawn in, but I'm also not, you know, alienated, and what's happened so far has been pretty good. Trying to give this thing as much a fair shake as possible. So. I certainly know that there are things coming that are probably going to tick me off again, but until that happens, I'm going to just pretend I don't know what's going on. Right now, it seems like I don't know how to get anywhere in this silly map. I'm gonna have to kill this chicken. There's just nothing for it. Because even if we manage to pull off clicking that smoky thing, by the time we fight what's coming out, we're gonna be running into it. right? I got exploded. Did they put another one of these things like right next to Death Chicken? No? Okay. If I was playing off stream, I'd probably like hunt around a little bit more for Aether Currents, but since we're trying to do the story, I'm not gonna do that. Bloodhemp and Vest of Striking. So we already have one of these, right? Yeah, I think this is what my Sam's wearing currently. They're all just... Oh, not all just the same. Okay. Look at the maiming. It's a little bit different. I don't exactly have a ton of glam for this character yet. We'll see how it goes, especially if I start raiding on him. One of the reasons for me to, you know, feel this push to like try to actually get a lot of this done now rather than letting it go, maybe playing some 16 or just chilling around the house. I've got time. If I can get through a bunch of Stormblood, then potentially all the better, so that I can potentially do some raids on this character. If not, it don't matter. I can keep raiding on my my other character. This Kali's a lot of fun to play. Oh, come on. It would be interesting to play a different position, though. I've only ever raided his Fizz range. Well, that's not entirely true. I did play some Summoner on like 1 or 2 fights because of like what people we had like out at, like that day that I did it. But still, I've never played melee in a raid. Actually, that's true of all MMOs I've ever played. I've never played a melee character in like raiding. I've been tanks. I've been like magical DPS. I've been ranged, other kinds of ranged DPS. I've healed, but I've never played a melee DPS.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
How's he gonna open it? It's only got one hand.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
We gotta give them something to hope for.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamegan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
He's got a point.
Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
Good old Pippin. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at, Castrum Veladina. Namely, the arrival of a shipment rumoured to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armour. It is our assessment that the armour is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces, mayhap before their delay, before the day is out. There we go. Damn it all! More Magitech weapons? That's the last thing we need. Your concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit and 1 or 2 support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering the development and delaying future deployment. And should we carry this out as a joint endeavor with the Resistance, they'll have their rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire. But you'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone. And you were going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. And so what I propose is simple. To harry their patrols and bait them into bringing the prototype weapons to the East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed. With well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with his assessment and fully support his plan. I shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details of my plan anon. And we, for our part, will be fighting for the Alliance, yes? I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. Yeah, we'll go for this. You know, the aiming one is like pretty like gunslingery. So I do have okay. My dashboard was saying that like the stream was not going so well, but we're fine. Or if we had a problem, it recovered. So pretty sure it was just the dashboard. Dashboard dying. Alright. It's not too far. Oh, sometimes all those gravelly men cause me to lose my voice a little bit. We're doing all right. I'm not sure how one would describe my voice. It's a little on the deeper side, but it's like more of the deeper side of a medium. It's not particularly, it's not super deep. It's not, it's definitely not gravelly, that's for sure. But it is a little bit on the low end. A little bit bassy. Just a touch, though. And I'm certainly capable of a lot more higher up. Nope, stun. Really irritating. The old draft chocobo. I tell you what, if you've seen Sid from Final Fantasy 16, I do not want to do that guy's voice. That guy has like the deepest voice I've ever heard. It's like subsonic. It's crazy. Is there not a way to get to where I'm going? Yeah, I'm definitely going the wrong way. All right. Let's just trigger every Groot in existence to come after me. All right, we're good. But yeah, he's just incredibly low. All he does, he starts talking and like just doors start just rattling around him. It's crazy. I'm not deep enough to know really what's going on with him either as a character, but it seems to be like he's potentially like a dominant of lightning, which if he is, man, again, it's a callback to Thunderlord Sidolphus, Thunderlord Sid from Tactics. Anything that like remotely smells like Tactics makes me so happy. I just love that game so much. I'm really hoping it gets another remaster, like on the PC. I thought about potentially doing like BlueStacks emulating the War of the Lions for Android and streaming that, but we'll see. Again, we do have like a lot of games to do as well, so. All right, little solo duty.
Things looked grim for us after Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces.
What's that pose?
It's like all my name days have come at once.
Oh, Lord. Seeing him again did not make me happy, but I don't feel as irritated by him as I did before.
Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head.
Yeah, like that's gonna happen. I've got a stick.
That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush. Attack!
That was some crazy, crazy lip syncing. Obviously, the game doesn't do actual lip syncing, but still. All right, you. Huh. This guy is not really going down.
Get after them, damn you!
Do these die faster? Yes, they do. Okay. Wonder if just the robots just die faster. It'd be kind of funny if like the robots actually weren't very good. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Let's try to figure out like who I can eliminate quickly. Which, yeah, not this guy. For whatever reason, yeah, these little robots die actually pretty quickly, so.
Gotcha.
Apparently, if they would have just like kept just like hiring people, it would have been way better for them, but well, they made robots that die instantly. You die fast? No. Okay. I don't know. This mage seems like there are problems, so I'm gonna keep waiting on him. Not sure if this is a save the best for last sort of scenario or what, but let's keep whittling him down. Almost got him. See, this is kind of like already kind of what we're kind of getting into, where it's like part of my issue with Stormblood was just everything takes forever, and this definitely feels like it's just taking way longer than it should. Could be that I'm like playing it poorly, but I don't know. Oh, this guy got me to target him first. Fine, you want it? You get it. So yeah, I guess we are kind of at that point where it's already like, I don't know. Game is taking longer than it should. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then there's it's untargetable. Okay.
You'll be weeping blood.
Can we have spared like 2 more guys for this or something? More armor or something? Okay, yeah. Protozoa? Like what?
As a raging bull!
Yeah. If there's one thing I like, it's when NPCs outshine you in your own game. The wrong button. For crying out loud, dude. All right, we got it. Genowat? Hey, who fights and runs? What the? Who the hell are you lot? For el amigo! Let none escape! So let me hit limit break. Almost there. There we go.
Oh! Damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I've passed harder stools than these piles of scrap.
I believe it.
You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
I wish.
Aye, run and tell your viceroy. The day belongs to El Amigo. Yeah!
Yeah!
Well done, all of you. I'd call this operation a resounding success. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before the He went west, as I recall. Credit where it's due, Master Kemp. 'Twas Marshal Torpin who made this plan, and all of you, Resistance and Alliance alike, who carried it out to perfection. Aye, that they did. Not a single casualty, for which I am grateful beyond words. I've no doubt our comrades back with Iraga's reach will feel the same. As will ours. It's been a pleasure, General. Until the next battle, Monago, I leave the Scions in your care. We shall return to the castrum, then. Lux, Mistress Levier, once you've, once more you have my thanks. And as Master Kemp said, until the next battle. I can feel a real big problem with the eyeballs today. It's a very hard reading day, but we're getting through it. Oh, it's funny. It's actually... So these are all... Yeah, the Gazam. That's a high steel guillotine, actually. Dark Knight arm, okay. We'll take the katana. I have no idea if the katana is actually an upgrade or not. Probably not, but... I don't know, we'll take the katana. Gotta take something. Off to Ralger's reach. Where's... Yeah. It's closer anyway. But we need to get this guy scooted on through. We'll deal with the success of our mission later. This tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission for Comrade to El Lagana. Clear the barricade, if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There are more villagers out there than, There are more villages there than out here. Gosh, why would you say it that way? Why would you put out here? Whoa! Okay. Try again. There are more villages out there than here. But also the Imperials keep a close eye on things. We need to be we need to tread extra carefully. Oh. I still ended up like changing where the out was because it just didn't make any sense. There then out here, which does not make sense as a sentence. At least not to my brain.
I remember the peaks of Girabania. Silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity. Who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
All through the ruins. It's a darn good illusion. Shame to take it down. Even if it's only temporary. Still, though, there's a road that runs straight into a mountain. I think that the Imperials would figure it out eventually. Oh, it's pointing back here. Great. Or pointing back there. Rather. Nope. Just a little bit too tall. Things that have never been said about me. I'm sure at some point there was something that I was too tall for, but... not many things, that's for sure. I stand a proud 5'6". Oh. Clicked the wrong person. It's almost deliberate, moving under the cover of darkness as we are. Oh. I saw the gauge move and I was like, what on earth? Oh, we get our second AoE skill. That's exciting. Can't believe we have to wait 62 levels to get it, but, you know, there we are. Oh, man. You can rest easy. We made it. This is Alagana. It feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be, Oh, sorry. That has nothing to do with, why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do. But as I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken by the Griffin. The Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. As for why it came to this, we came to this particular village, it's rumored that the Alagana lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be a few others sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders, claiming allegiance to the Resistance. Wait. Oh, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance. Yeah. Makes sense. So, with that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I know it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say, and then decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope there's still more brave men and women here willing to fight. Yeah, let's see about that. first things first. What's funny too is that like I think part of what makes Stormblood so freaking long is that these zones are actually massive compared to even some of just Heaven's Word and ARR. These zones are just much larger, and so it just takes forever to just traverse any amount of distance. But don't know you, traveler. You a merchant? You'll not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, Edler. As sincerest apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Alagana, and I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are comrades of Mephid, I see. I see. Speak on, though I suspect I know your purpose. The Griffin came here with an army, with many men, and left with many more. Such is the rumor. Is it true? He lit a fire in the hearts of the lit a fire in their hearts, and then dangled a dream before their eyes. And now you come to steal away what few remain. The Griffin was a traitor and a madman, and we had no part in his schemes. We have made an arrangement with the Alliance. This time, it will be different. This time? This time? Cold comfort to the dead and the ones they left behind? How much more must we give before you've had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do? They took our lands, our traditions, even our god, and they demanded a fifth of what little we've got left. I hate the bastards, with every fibre of my being. But hate's not enough, Mephid. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you've come, but you need to go. Now. Leave us be and never return. You've got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed, and then, and that was before half my young men and women went to die for your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't. Because it's my village too. My home. What the hell's are you on about? Wait. I know those eyes. You're one of Curtis's girls. Lise Hext. And I'm here. I'm here to take back my homeland. Rolga. Last time I saw you... I didn't even know if you were still alive. I never thought you would come. I almost didn't. And my sister never will. Lots of, others won't either. And that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you say. I got no right to tell you to leave. Alagana is as much your home as it is mine. But I say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. Oh man. Drinking down every drop of liquid I have on my desk right now. I'm about to touch the remainder of my hot chocolate from earlier. It's stone cold by now, but hey. Anything to wet the whistle. Why not? Okay. Looks like we got a couple of quests here to branch off and do. Some people here need help. Angry Coearl. I guess it's a little bit like calling someone Mad Dog. I don't know if that's the intention or not, but could be. Could be. Hang on. I'm getting suspicious about how this works. Yeah, yep. Would be way better to go this way. Gotta knock some sense into these little lizards. Wait, no, that's a grasshopper. That is definitely a grasshopper. I don't know why I thought it was a lizard. I'm gonna keep heading out along this line and see what we come across. Yeah, we're getting real close to the big day, man. Christmas is just around the corner. Gonna be hanging out, doing I don't know what, but we'll see. Definitely gonna be cooking a turkey up tomorrow night. Doing the whole big old dinner. Oh, there's a... Yep. Quest area right here. Looking forward to it. Getting all fancy on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Gonna be nice. I wish I could have done more with the lights back there, but unfortunately I bought several sets of lights and most of them came broken. Or at least they came mostly broken. They all had some sort of defect to them. So that was cool. Christmas light seems to be a thing where you just can't get it working working products. Of course, the other problem with those is that I know some of the working conditions that people go through to make those, and it's horrific. But what are you gonna do? Oh boy, now there's a fate for grasshoppers. Look, man, I just want to get through here and go talk to somebody. I got nothing to do with you. Go click the box, sure. Oh, that's not a box, those are bags of grain. Sure, okay. Oh, you know what? Heck yeah, let's go. Anything to speed stuff up. Well, not anything, obviously. We don't skip cutscenes here. Nary a one. Although I doubt any of these guys are going to make us actually do a cutscene, but... We're just doing a couple of favors for some bros. There you go. Is that the only thing we have here? Nope. We missed one, I think. Now the important task. No, I didn't mean to. And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we when we were being ground under the Black Wolf's foot? On the other side of this blasted wall, living off the high life, I'd wager. That's not fair. Oh, and who's this little, who's this? Another one of your freedom-loving friends? Deigning to help, us poor unfortunate souls? Trying to whip us into a frenzy so we'll go storm a castrum with your pickaxes and shovels? Leave, all of you, before you bring a cohort down on us all. And you, don't you dare to speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lise. You weren't here. This is my home, and I love it with all my heart. And if you truly have any love for it too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion. He has a point. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't change the fact that I left them behind. But this isn't about me, or anyone else. It's about Alamigo. Let's go and find Method. Yeah. Pretty, reasonable response when you think about it. Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them, given what's happened to at the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow... I don't know. But if anything, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggle they do either, Lise. I ran too, aye. But if I hadn't, I'd have never met Lux and the rest of you. And we might not be here today, in a position to make a difference. So I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. Help! Someone! Anyone, we need help! I don't like the sounds of that one. We don't like the sounds of that one bit. Come on. Wakrada, he... the Tribunum and the bloody, Ratmen. They... damn it all. You there, take a deep breath and tell us what happened. It was all business as usual. the Tribunums do soon, and we were taking it to the Imperials, when the Kirin attacked. They took my brother and our money. Took him where? Ruins to the south of here. Was just an old temple before they came. And listen, Wilkrada's the only family I've got left. If I lose him, The Ziggurat? If the Ratman took him there, he's as good as dead. We've got to go after him. If there's any chance her brothers are still alive, we have to try. All right. What do we got? Boots of aiming. All right, let's go. Let's hat up. Get the boots on. Other statements of action. Is that a Pokemon? I have no idea what that thing's supposed to be. It's a floating, weird, hairy head. Excuse me. Woo. I'm gonna have to get a glass of water soon. Actually, looks like we need to go this way. Looks like we could take a left through here. The music for here is pretty cool. I like this. Sure, it's very quiet on the stream, but still. Please, let me go. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Hear that? I think it came from the top of that ziggurat. Who dares come to loot our, who dares come to loot our man flesh? Ours to eat. Ours to eat. We know it could come to this. Kill them quick before they do the, alert the others. Not a problem. Oh, right over there. Yep. Killed him quick. Oops. Attracted one of the others. My bad. Should be able to deal with him pretty easily, though. Not shockingly, he seemed to take a little bit more to bring down, actually, than his bros. What if I just run? Oh, he's not even gonna attack me, okay. Oh, you know what? We are right here. We might as well, try to get this, Aether Current while we're in the neighborhood. No sense in leaving things on the table. And not quite. Bing. All right, there we go. Okay. Now, how do we get to him without triggering a fight? This is the MMO experience for sure. Of course. Didn't quite work out how we were intending. Oh dear. It's not looking good. Dipping that toe looks like it's gonna cost us dearly. Hopefully second wave comes up. Ah! Ah! That's irritating. Okay, the ziggurat. Unlucky. Should have taken my time and fought to him. Fought my way to him. That's where also just playing as a tank or a healer is kind of useful. This is definitely not the right. Why am I pointed this way instead of over this way? The geography is slightly irritating. Yeah, see what I mean? This thing is weird. Alright, looks like we're taking kind of a right out of here, because we gotta make sure we go through the entranceway into the ziggurat. I'll take a look. Okay, everything's fine. Yeah. Thankfully, I do have my crafters leveled up, so I can repair my own gear. So, if it becomes a problem, I can fix it. If only Lise and Mephit actually helped me, that'd be super, super useful. But no, leave it to the Warrior of Light to solve. We are but humble NPCs. We could never possibly do anything useful. Alright. Jump that guy. Alright, now this should be no problem. Also, we have both of our healing cooldowns on. Available. However you'd like to say it. Getting worried that I might actually need both of them. Hey, Alex. Oh, Ralga, what did I ever do to deserve this? I've gone to bed hungry for months. I'm skin and bones. I'd hardly make a snack, much less a meal. Oh, you found him. Well, wait. Are you here to rescue me? Your sister sent us. It's going to be all right. My sister? Oh, Ralga be praised, she's safe. And you lot fought for your way here just for me. To think there's still good, brave folk in this world. We should go before the Kirin return in force. Do you still have the tributum? Oh, gods. The Imperials will be wondering where I am. I have to go. What, right now? In your condition? You don't understand. We were given a warning last month for being short. If I don't make it on time, there's no telling what will happen to my sister. All right. Oh. Okay. I'm like, clearly we're going after him. We are, but we're gonna have to deal with this nonsense first. Heaven forbid I'm allowed to just, like, walk away. Nah, these guys want to die first. I'm not gonna oblige, but, you know. All right. Let's hope there's no one down here. Search for his trail. Nothing of interest, okay. Ah, there's one. Chocobo feather. Any luck? I found a chocobo feather. The chocobo feather, is it? Ah, by my reckoning, it came from Wakata's bird. In which case, there's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Hug the rocks and stick to the shadows. We'll find him soon enough. Alrighty. Stick to the shadows as best I can.
Are they Imperials?
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lys. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
What?
You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, no, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
Oh boy.
I said halt!
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fifth? How stupid do you think we are?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
Think you can kill them all, including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor, assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
No.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this god's-forsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alan Egans can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
Ferdola's a weird one. Not gonna lie. Hard to get a read on her. It's like they were trying to do something with her, but then they couldn't. They forgot about it halfway through, and then they just kind of just like, blah.
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
Okie doke. Ooh, what else we got? I'll get that. All right. Homeward bound. Back at Alagana. I'm gonna need to work on my Alamegan if I'm gonna continue this on. That's for sure. Having lots of problems with the accent on these ones. We owe you a great attitude, a debt of gratitude for what you did. Lucrata told me everything. How you fought with the kid in and saved his life. For all the good it did, we saw what happened when he met the skulls. How they beat him half to death. We could have stopped them. Ah, I reckon you could. Mephid's a warrior, as is your comrade. And you're strong like your father. That much is plain. But I thought Ralga you did not. Because it would have been, it would not have ended with them. Ricata and his sister would have been branded as insurgents. if not the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade. The dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more than can be said for only the gods know how many others. That's enough for you, is it? To put up with whatever they do to you, so long as you get to see another day? That's right. You grit your teeth, and you learn to live with the pain. I'll admit, I was quick to judge you, Lise. And for that I apologize. I know you and yours mean well. I do. But I'm telling you, God's in heaven, as my witness, that we've got nothing left to give. We can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. She may say it, but she doesn't mean it. Not that I would expect her to. Her father was as stubborn as an ox too. If she's set on walking the same path, I but pray she won't follow with the same end. Yeah, I mean, honestly, everything up till now is, like, not bad, honestly. Like, everything's been pretty decent. Search for Lise. So I do wonder if I just didn't give Lise enough leeway to kind of just exist. And I also wonder if it's just Xenos that just ruins the whole thing. We'll find out. Sorry about running off like that. Alamegans terrorizing their own. I just can't accept it, you know. No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it. Day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect them to storm a castrum with their pickaxes and shovels, or whatever it was. But nor did I expect Wakrata to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. I can't claim to know their path. I barely remember this place or even my father's face. But I remember Ida's. I remember how scared she was when we ran. And that I took look into that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home. But not mine, is it? There you are, Lise. I've been looking all over for you. Well, you found me. Got something else to say? Ah, I do. I said some things to you before that I shouldn't have. It wasn't my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I loved my village, but when one of my own was in need, I was cowering in the here with all the others. I didn't even think to go after Wakata, as you did. It made me feel like the bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will, if you'll have me. You're asking to join the resistance? Well, you put it like that, I suppose I am. But not just me. There are others I know who've been thinking about it for a while now. There's not many of us, but we're not trained, not hardened warriors like you lot, but if your heart bleeds for Alamigo, that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome at Rolga's Reach. Thank you, sirs. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word when we're ready. Take your time. Still think this isn't your home? No, I was just thinking out loud. And with that, my friend, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. Let us do just that. Okay. Coming up on some big stuff. I don't know if we would consider the culmination of Act 1, but it's certainly certainly the end of Chapter 1. Whether or not the act of the chapters are necessarily the same thing, we'll find out. Talking to Monago first. You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what I asked of you, without hesitation, and for that we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in practical terms, but it's a symbolic value that can't be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters come together and to face Imperial unit equipped with Garlemald's newest weapons and smash them. The people will remember this day. Ah, they will. For it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory. The beginning of a campaign by a united Eorzea to drive the Garleans from our lands. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action. The Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. Ha! To think the last time the Garlean troops trod this soil was more than a century ago. During the just Autumn War. Okay. And that was to defend our own, against our own invasion. Oh, Gridanian. Sorry, not Garlean. Gridanian. Ours is a long and bloody history, to be sure. And it gives me heart to see that despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. Well said, Commander. Which is why I intend to go from village to village and spread the word of our victory and our new alliance. The people will flock to our banners. Just you wait and see. Lux, Alize, I can't thank you enough for your assistance. Ooh, what do we got? Ooh, all kinds of stuff. I'll take the Knuckles. We'll get the Sonic next time. You know I had to say it. I can't let something like that go. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits. And it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling. And troubling too. I'd heard about the skulls, but that was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll have to think of them for myself, if our paths ever cross in the battlefield, but... When? Not if. That day will come, Lise. You can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, Guardian, Alamegan, none of it matters. They've all got their reasons, and they're no better than yours, especially when they're bearing down on your bladed hand. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be one, at least. Your father certainly was. Right then, I'd best be preparing for these new recruits. Lux, Lise, it's been a pleasure. He slips all over the place. I cannot keep him still at all. I'll see the foil. I don't know. I'm just grabbing random items at this point. Owing to the recent efforts of you all, we've accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your services, Scions. I see the operations here have been proceeding apace in my absence. Welcome back, brother dearest. I take it your efforts to gather new recruits were successful. Indeed. There were several among the Scions ranks who were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavor with the Resistance, whom I come to present. Commander Kemp, if I may. My name is Arenvald Leventus, a half-breed, as you could doubtless tell. I'm here to fight for Alamigo. For an Alamigo where women like my mother are never made to suffer. I pray you grant me this honor. You are a true-born son of Girabania, same as me. This is not my honor to give, but yours to take freely. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks and the aid of the Aeolsian Alliance and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I will propose General Aldin that we draw up plans for an assault on Castrum Veladania. Then, in the meantime, we will make preparations we can. What preparations we can? Everything's looking up. Nothing bad could possibly happen. Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo. I love their battle cruisers. Beyond majestic mountains, across the Emerald Dale. Perhaps I should do it in time with the song, I don't know. Ivory standard, united we prevail. From distant shores of Arthur to lakes of Aldernard. The light of mighty Garlemald, fore'er our guiding star. Interesting, actually. Now I'm realizing that the songs are more... They're not really Alamigan, they're actually Imperial in nature. Interesting. Okay. I still have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Their symbol makes no sense to me. Oh, not no sense. It makes a little sense to me, but I'm not sure. His golf bag of swords is weird.
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Oriens and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges, save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near total casualties.
Near total? Go on.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work. The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
Time to do the villain thing. Nothing more mustache twirling than murdering your own minions for basically no reason.
My lord,
Cowards who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes. Why, when confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gyr Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings.
Ah.
Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, and one which asks much of my hounds. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
It's always funny when the Imperials call people savages when the things they do are, like, horrible.
My lord,
Barbaric.
I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan! You do forget yourself! Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelsar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
To be fair, that was actually not that bad of an exchange. Again, I'm trying to, like, let go of all of my dislike of everything I've known. And I'm trying to just be as objective as possible. And to be fair, that was pretty good. Oh. Over here. Man, again with the like multiple potential like places we gotta get to. Alright. Actually, what am I doing? I could just use some mount here. Alright. I'm hoping we can get to our first big altercation with Xenos in a reasonable time frame. If not, we'll just leave that for the next part. But I'd like to make this stream kind of have like a nice endpoint story-wise. So we'll see. It's we've been going for about 2.5 hours though, so we'll see. We'll see if we can get to that point in the next half hour or so. I really shouldn't stay up super late. I say that, but like the chances of me actually like going to bed are pretty low. If I'm perfectly honest. Despite the fact that I know I'm not going to be allowed to sleep in. My cat's going to be screaming for food at 5 a.m. like he does every day. I didn't really have an option though. I didn't want to start getting him used to, you know, food when he wakes up, but when I wake up anyway. But not really a choice. I leave for work at like 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'm like, I've got to feed him before I leave. It's gonna be super early. And then on the weekends, he's like, no, we keep this pace, we keep this cadence. Oh, there it is behind there. So. Alright. We've almost touched all of the people. We will shortly be allowed to move on. Ah, the infirmary. Fair enough. Alright. Yeah, let's go this way. Actually, well, okay. How are there like 8,000 separate simultaneous MSQ quests in this place? It's usually like one quest at a time. Oh gosh, and it's like do things everywhere. Alright. I didn't notice because... Okay, there we go. Sea to shining sea. Alright, so we're looking for individuals. Fair enough. Ooh, ooh, almost ran my past it because of the Mana Cutter's sails. Okay, there's one person right over here. I swear we've talked to this person like 5 times already, but sure. I want to get that one first and then come back over when I'm done. Try to be somewhat efficient with pathing, even though we've been horrible up till now. So the thing I still have to decide, which I think I'm gonna skip the raid storylines as far as like streaming the story. Just because I don't know. Might take a while to get through all of it. I guess we can see how long it takes to get through Stormblood base game, and then go from there. It's probably just close enough to go this way, actually. Not worth the swim part of the way. That would have been better to take the mini. That's alright. No. Oh. The more we can take the the land route, the better. Come on, get on the mount. We're gonna talk like 3 people over here. Grab this person first. Have a book. You're welcome. Still one person over here. Yep, I knew it. I knew they'd be hiding on the other side of a wall or something stupid. Game designers, man. So predictable. Gotta make sure they keep everything out of reach. Rhalgr's reach. Let's see. Fragrant herbs. What's that about? Oh my god, and there's still more. Okay, you know what? No, we're back to me being really irritated at everything taking 8,000 years in this stupid expansion. I was giving this thing so much benefit of the doubt, and then we're getting here and it's just like they just jam-packed this thing with just why are there so many like main story quests that are just like run around Rhalgr's Reach touching things? What is the point of all of this? How does this affect the story? Oh my gosh. They just like took a bunch of like side quests and just like accidentally mislabeled them as MSQ. Oh my word. This is not great. Oh man. I know like Final Fantasy 14 gets like made fun of a lot for like how much it's just like cutscene simulator or whatever. But like I yearn for a cutscene right about now. I just want to get to the next cutscene. And the game is like, but what if you picked up more fragrant herbs? Okay, now rescue cats out of trees. Like, what if I didn't? What if I just, you know, got to advance the story? It'd be great. All right. Here's the last one. We could turn this in and hopefully advance the storyline. I think the idea that they're trying to do is they're trying to like make you feel more connected to this place. But giving me busy work around an area doesn't really like make me more inclined to doesn't make me connected to it, you know? Just a personal thought, might be. It's like, oh, maybe the, you know, the themes of liberation don't really get you going, and I'm like, you kidding me? I love a good freedom story. But we're not dealing with those things right here, are we? We're dealing with never-ending busy work. It's unfortunate. It's definitely something up here I'm looking for. It's going to be around this corner, isn't it? Yeah, hope everyone's having a good, good Christmas week. We'll be wrapping up 2024 very, very shortly. I'm sure a lot of people are very happy about that. Probably didn't go the way that a lot of people would have liked. A lot of different things. And while it's not really meaningful in a lot of ways, watching the calendar number tick over can provide at least a little bit of a feeling that time is moving on and it's a chance for something new to happen. And I hope everybody's 2025 is better. Even if it was a good year, I hope 2025 is better. And I hope we all start saying 25 instead of 2025, because we should stop. We should just stop with the 20s nonsense. Oh dear. I tried really hard to be like, everybody, this year in 2023, we don't say 2023 anymore. We just say 23. And like nobody followed me. Nobody followed me at all. It was very sad. Just like me playing Stormblood, man. Very sad. I don't know what I'm looking forward to, I guess, as far as like points of the story for Stormblood. I like the dungeons, the raids, the trials, so look forward to that, I guess. Is aught amiss? I see. That would explain the sudden flurry of activity outside. This joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Guardians. For the first time, the Resistance and the Alliance shall go on the offensive in an attempt to capture an Imperial outpost in occupied territory. Personally, I believe it imperative we offer them our full support, as was the case with Ishgard. However, this is not a choice that can be made lightly, nor less on others' behalves. This is war, and every scion must decide what part they would he or she would play. I'll fight for El Amigo, for my father, for Ida. I'm in it to the end. The choice was made for us ere we were born, brother, when the Empire marched on Eorzea. They will stop at nothing to subjugate and slaughter us all. Van Baelsar or Van Dalmas were but the first to try. Though your further is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. At the risk of repeating myself, I am of course of the same mind. The present situation is untenable. and further complicated by the existence of Ilberd's primal. I believe we have no recourse but to directly and openly intervene. I thought this a foregone conclusion, given our actions thus far. But if you require renewed affirmation, then yes, I am still wholly committed to this cause. For it is ultimately the self-same cause I have served since I first pledged to serve Master Louis Soir in the Circle of Knowing, the salvation of Eorzea, by any means necessary. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many here who require my further treatment, and doubtless more to come after. I came here from Minfilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with your Stola for now and tend to the wounded. As for you, Largs, you are, to quote our dear friend Lord Edmond, the man who slew Gaius van Baelsar, and some half-dozen primals besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Many look on you as a hero, and help heap great expectations upon your shoulder. But you, like every scion, must decide for yourself. What's really funny is that we're like, what if we were just like, nah. But the game just like end. It'd be weird for MMO to do that, right? I'll fight the Empire, poses a threat. We can but carry on for those who have lost, for those we can yet save. As long as there's a battle to be fought, I'll be there. To be frank, Alfie, this isn't my fight, but I will do what I must. That's the best you can get. That's funny. We can but carry on for those we have lost. Just think of Horschiffon. Well said. Well said indeed. Take care, Y'shtola, Kryl, and do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lise, I would ask that you remain here, by Conrad's side. We should go, or Minaga will leave without us. Might I persuade you to join us, Largs? Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Castrum Orleans would seem an apt place to do so. You need not answer right away. I am sure I can convince Minaga to wait a little longer. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. We go. We go. Gotta get this story moving before midnight hits. I'm not sure. I guess I could go back and take a look at the video lengths, but I'm not sure how long like the first chunk was. But what are we at right now? We are on MSQ. Level 61. Yeah, we're humming along. They tend to do these things in kind of like 2-level chunks. There's the East End. Oh, okay. Oh no, you're kidding me. I never tagged the Aether, right? Okay, let's go back and let's correct that mistake. That's some medicine. That's like the first thing I always do. Oops. Alrighty. Let's Let's march across this forsaken wasteland. Oh man. Looks pretty cool out there, honestly. Seeing the Balser's wall over there. It is interesting though, yeah, seeing the Imperial structures tower over the mountains. If you're someone who just came out here for the nature of it all, then you certainly would be pretty pissed to see all these random ugly man-made spires just towering over nature's majesty. For some reason, this area right here reminds me of one of the maps in Monster Hunter World. I've been seeing quite a few people looking for people to play Monster Hunter games. I guess the new one's coming out pretty soon too. I don't know. I enjoyed the game. I think it's really fun, but I think it's just a bit too grindy, and it's always difficult getting people to commit to playing it long term. Which, I mean, you know, we took like, what, 2 years off of raiding, almost? If not actually 2 years off. So. That happens too. Hard to get people to commit long term, but hey. We cleared Alexander. That should be enough. We're coming back though. We got more stuff coming up, but let's make sure we grab this before we do anything else. Don't want to have to do that walk again. It's only going to get harder. I wish in the cutscene I was still standing on the desk. It'd be great. Welcome back, comrades. What news? Greetings, General. I'm Commander Kemp's behest to brief you on the latest developments of the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations. I'm going, yeah, again, the accents are just completely out the window at this point. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large parts to the Scions. As a consequence, we're now able to field half a dozen new units, with more being trained as we speak. Good. I gather Conrad is eager to strike while the iron is hot. Just so, General. He proposes that we wait for begin preparations for a joint operation to capture Castrum Velladana. Castrum Velladina? This will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are to ever push east towards the capital. There is no profit in delay. It is only a matter of time before the Garleans learn of our plans to summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Velladina watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has a weakness, and I would know this one's. If there is no objection, General, might the Scions join Marshal Tarpon? By all means. If that is all, let us be about it. All right. I do believe we are coming up on it. Okay. There's a job quest available, but we will leave that for off stream. Also, I do believe the plan would be to do a job change very shortly. So we will definitely leave that on the table. No need to do that just yet. I may not exactly be role-playing through this, but I do like to have somewhat of a... keep my end of the story up, shall we say. The absolute most lightest of grazed of the, what you call it? The roleplay. This is where I'm glad we have the ability to somewhat control our responses in certain cutscenes, at least. You at least get to, like, express some kind of character. I know for MMOs it's kind of difficult to have player choice and be able to move the story in any significant direction, but anything is welcome. Anything that helps you express the character you like to think of that you're playing. I gotta get around this dude. Let's go.
Excellent. The disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father. Cannon fire! Where did it come from?
Smoke! There! Is that... Oh gods, it's Relga's Reach.
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
Uh-oh.
You don't think... Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
Too early to draw conclusions. We must abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
Uh-oh.
Forward! Forward! Give them no quarter!
Yikes, dude.
You!
Traitor! Kinslayer!
You're no kin of mine!
It's a little funny for Lise to have this sort of reaction where it's just like, I can't believe someone I know died. Surely it's happened before.
Hells take you!
Verdola's kind of smart. Not throwing retorts. Keep it focused. He's so stupid.
Well, well. Stand aside, Pylus. This one has promise.
Have a care, my lord. She's not like the others.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
But you're gonna kill her anyway.
Seven hells. It's him. It's Xenos.
No room for cowards.
Oh, you are a dead man! Ah!
So spirited, and yet so empty.
Oh, they're both blonde.
Lise, run!
Ah, a magical barrier. Alas. It will not save you.
Sure it will.
How? Your shoulder!
That does hit kind of hard.
Hold the line, Byrolga! Hold the line!
Yep, he's dead. Gotta keep that head on a swivel.
Cryle!
Alphino!
We saw the smoke and thought we heard explosions. Are we under attack?
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos. Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Confound it! If we lose the Reach, this will all have been for naught.
Yeah.
Arenvold, can you escort these people to the wall?
Aye, sir.
Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern.
The number of times they dropped the word sucker in this
Hold back the
game.
Imperials until Father sends reinforcements. We may yet turn the tide.
Ah.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
I mean, I am a DPS, so yeah.
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
Also, Alphino is a scholar. He can heal people. All right. Into the Reach. Yeah, we are going this way, right? Yep. So I will say one thing. I think what the last cutscene really did show is it did a very good job of setting a different tone from Heavensward, where Heavensward was very like there was obviously a lot of people were killed in Heavensward. Like let's not beat around the bush, but it was still very much a story of, you know, a typical like fantasy story of heroes and adventure and whatnot. Whereas this is coming across being like, no, this is war. It's ugly. And people are gonna die. So it's done a very good job of setting the tone, I feel. So while it took its sweet time getting there, I think it did do a good job once it got somewhere. I think if it, like, I don't know, like heavily damaging Y'shtola is definitely still like some big stakes, but I feel like nobody is like confused as to whether or not she's gonna live. Like, if we were to drag her back from the live stream in the previous expansion just to kill her off now, so. Then again, we did, you know, rescue Papalimo, or we reconnected with Papalimo only to have him sacrifice himself, so maybe people could have been tricked by that, but I don't know. I was kind of under the impression at this point when I was playing initially where I was like, they're never gonna let anybody die, so she's fine. And to be fair, that's actually mostly true. They don't really let people die in this game. We've lost a handful of people, but not a ton. They prefer to keep them around. And even when they die, they like to keep bringing them back in one way or another. But hey, it's all good. Gonna follow the NPCs. Figure they know where they're going.
Rebel scum!
Rebel scum. Okay, enough with the Star Wars. I mean, there'll never be enough Star Wars references in Final Fantasy games. That's well known. They love doing their Star Wars references. Nothing but a never-ending stream of Biggs, Wedge, evil empires. Let's knock you out first. Fortunately, no positionals are going to be happening now. That's fine. There we go. I guess that was ruin, all right. Okay.
What took you so long? Alphino, I need your help.
She's pretty dead. Man, the Garleans have to be so jealous of people doing this.
My lord, the prisoners!
See to your men, Pylus.
As you command, my lord.
Here he is to talk.
Your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
Yeah, I can, juggle? Do a high wire act? Great acrobat. No, you want to fight. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Alrighty. I'm hitting the wrong button. Okay. Like, why is it not working? Oh, I'm not pressing the right button. Kind of help.
Be gone.
I'm just gonna go over here. Okay. Yep. Yep. That was. Yep.
Give me something to remember.
Oh, nails. Oh, that's fine. They're done. I don't know if I need to kill the nails or not, but how's this working? Yeah, we really don't need to. Okay. Yep. Now I get hit by that. I'm not sure if it's deal X amount of damage or what. Okay, well, not gonna need that. Oh, please. Okay, we're fine. Oh, just give me time. Oh, then he's gonna. Okay. Didn't really have much of an option on that one. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Yep. Clearly, Dragoon just sucks. I need to change jobs. Sword just snaps in two.
Pathetic.
Yeah, that sword is pretty pathetic. And you're also a pathetic character, but you know.
Seven hells.
Yeah, keep it there.
Shall we give chase, General?
Nay. There has been enough death this day. See to the wounded.
Aye, sir.
You all right, lad?
Never better. I think my pride might have taken a knock.
Tis no ordinary foe could best the likes of you.
Oh boy. I'm also, like, maybe it's just playing, like, melee, but, like, that was shorter than the last time
Don't you die on me, Ashola! Hold on!
I feel like the last time I did it was way
Don't
longer.
worry, it's going to be all right.
Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
But
understood.
Did she at any point help with Kemp?
Don't just stand there gawping. Hold her down while I work.
Lise? Because Y'shtola's not moving. I'm also not holding her down. I'm just sort of crouched nearby. But again, she's not gonna move because she's kind of comatose.
The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
Give us a hand, would you, Lise?
Of course.
I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
Sure, man. Should I job change over to a Shrell Astrologian, or... Nah, they're fine. Okay. We're gonna see to the wounded. We should be able to wrap soon. Feel like this is a nice part in the story. Do we go ahead and call to a close? Are we really? Let's literally just like find one wounded person. That's it. Did they just kill everyone else? It's only one other injured person. There you go. This is... He's dead, isn't he? Mephid was a warrior, always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chase him nigh on 20 miles, so that his wounded would have time to escape. His comrades loved him for it, of course, though that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men in Quarry Mill away because he thought they were fighting for him and not for the cause? Aye, well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. Well, that is exactly the kind of man who should be the leader. The kind of man who deserves to survive. Not an old fool who's all used up. There is no logic to it, Master Kemp. There never is. Who stands? Who falls? In the heat of battle, we can but do our best. As he did. Mephid will be sorely missed, aye. But because of his sacrifice, many who now live otherwise would not. And they need us, now more than ever. Aye, they do. Forgive me. I had high hopes for him, is all. All right. See more to the aftermath of this terrible assault. Go gather some medicine for people. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, the biggest thing I had said about this expansion before was that my feeling was that, it just needed more time in the oven. I think I was a little undercooked, and maybe that's still true, but I think as well, maybe there's some things I didn't appreciate fully about this expansion, but we'll see. Because this section is definitely doing pretty well. Maybe too, my expectations are lowered, because I already know I didn't like this the last time I went through it. So maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe lower expectations are just helping it out. Maybe the biggest problem I had with it was the fact that Heavensward just made me think so highly of the game that I expected something grander, something more characters, you know? Ishtola and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by their side the entire time. Thank you, Kryl. I'll walk alongside. They'll need protection in case Garleans try anything. Hang on, you're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be the one in the carriage? I'm not so frail that I can't make my own, the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish. Then let us set forth at once. We shall move quickly as our comrades' health allows. To Castrum Oriens. Ba-da-da-da. All right, looking for like the next sort of push to start to know when to call this to a close. What do we have here? Divide and conquer. Speak with Raban. Okay. He is not far. And he is close to a mini aetheryte, so we will use that. Get that backflip action going. There's got to be like a plan coming up very soon. And I feel like the second a plan gets delivered, maybe that's when we put this thing to bed. We'll see. Kryl is with Ishtola. She hasn't woken up yet, but Kryl says she's through the worst. Given the severity of her wounds, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray that she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? I saw what happened. When that Skull's commander cut down Mephid, a single blow and that was it. Everything he fought for, all the hopes and dreams for his future, gone in an instant. Do you know what the worst part? It wasn't a Garlean who did it. It was an Alamegan. God to help me if I ever... No, not now. Not while the General's waiting. Oh, Lise. Okay.
Were it not for the swift actions of the Scions and the Alliance, many more would have died. You risked your lives to save ours, and for that we thank you.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
The future? I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us. We've lost too many. Gods, I can still see Mephid with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of us, General. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Master Kemp, please.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now. Our homeland, our freedom, our bloody children.
Yeah.
You mean the Skulls? The youths who fight for Xenos?
Grania Lupi, the Black Wolf's legacy and our shame. A unit made up of children born to Alamegan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation. Sons and daughters of Gyr Abania, raised to be proud citizens of the Empire, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails. It'd be easy to curse them and call them traitors, but they're our children. Our flesh and blood. If the only way to forge the future we want is to cut down our own, then...
Then what was it all for?
Nargo.
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers, and the widows, and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
Listen to the girl. We dare not suffer our comrades' sacrifices to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
I still can't believe how strong he was. He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included.
I mean, hey, we don't have to...
He's next in line to the Garlean throne.
Loath though I am to say it, we should not be surprised. Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Alamigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to Doma, where he crushed the rebellion utterly. As a matter of fact, Doma remains in his charge to this day. Suffice it to say, Varus's heir is a peerless warrior and an accomplished general. The question is, how are we to contend with such a foe?
How indeed. We fight, we keep on fighting. Yeah, that's not great. I have a feeling you're about to tell us. It's a great answer, by the way, but we'll say we take the fight to Doma.
Interesting. You are suggesting we kindle the flames of revolution in Doma once more and force Xenos to fight a war on two fronts?
For that, there would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised. And I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
Have faith in your people, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast, rebuild, and when all is in place, we shall defeat Xenos together.
If you're going to Doma, I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there, and make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But be swift, comrades. Alamigo has suffered enough.
It's true. All right. And right there, I'm not even going to turn the quest in. Right there is where we're going to head and leave it. Thank y'all so much for dropping by. If you're watching on YouTube later on, subscribe, why don't you? Drop a comment, like button, all of those things. Here on Twitch, thank you so much. Consider following, it's always free. I've got 5 free emotes if you do. And I will see you around.